Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Personal Belongings, the Rituals. Today we're at episode 5. Let's start with our very signature ritual, which is a love tarot reading. And to spice things up for today, I've brought a new deck. This is my friend's merch, and her name is Saraya Abdul Saint Laurent. We're gonna pull some cards from these, the Manara deck, and the Romance Angel Oracle. So, are you ready? Wait, before that, I wanna show you her beautiful deck. Look at this. Look at this. A burlesque queen. Look at that. Purchase yours today. Don't miss out on this. Okay. What's in store for love this week for my fans? So I'm gonna pull one from these, one from the Manara, maybe two from the Manara. One from these, two Manara, and one from the Romance Angel Oracles. Ooh, Ace of Clubs. What's in love, my fans, this week? Information in love. Ooh, interesting. One of fire and the world. Message. What is the message that my fans need to know about their love life? Oh, I see. The message is so spicy. Not really, but you know. So, Ace of Clubs and the One of Fire. These are the two that represent new beginnings, new information, just fresh start at romance. The world here represents something that is promising, something comes as a complete cycle. For example, you are no longer interested in casual dating. Now you want commitment, and you just find yourself a very suitable candidate. Yes. Also, One of Fire represent the lust and the sexual spark between the two of you. And from this Romance Angel Oracles, we have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost self to each other, your bond deepens. See? So these two go really well together. And these two go perfect. I mean, like, it's a very promising connection around your corner. And I sense fire signs again. Also a hint of earth signs. So maybe like a fire woman and an earth guy getting to know each other, and like, this might be the one, you know? Yeah, it's all very, very positive. You see the woman here? She's by herself. She's getting the attention. She's getting her backs, and she knows her power. And she's finally, it feels, for some of you, it feels like finally she's meeting somebody who is on her level. Yeah, and this woman literally sitting on the world. This woman is very laid back. She knows who she is. She's in her power. She's receiving care and attention, and she's willing to give back. The message here might be, don't overthink it. Just show yourself, come as you are. And the acceptance might surprise you. Yeah, this might be a very, very good beginning for some of you. Let me know in the comments. We come to chapter 2 of this episode 5. I'm gonna continue reading As a Man Thinketh book right here by James Allen. Yeah, I forgot to say his name every time. Last time we finished chapter 3, Effect of Thought on Health and the Body, and today we're gonna come to Thought and Purpose. Chapter 4. He who has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met and wisely overcome. God damn it. Thought and purpose. Until thought is linked with purpose, there's no intelligent accomplishment. With the majority, the bark of thought is allowed to drift upon the oceans of life. Aimlessness is a common vice, and such drifting must not continue for him who would steer clear of catastrophe and destruction. They who have no central purpose in their life fall an easy prey to petty worries, fears, troubles, and self-pityings, all of which are indications of weakness, which lead just as surely as deliberately planned sins, though by a different route, to failure, unhappiness, and loss. For weakness cannot persist in a power-evolving universe. A man should conceive a legitimate purpose in his heart and set out to accomplish it. He should make his purpose the centralizing point of his thoughts. It may take the form of a spiritual ideal, or it may be a worldly object, according to his nature at the time being. But whichever it is, he should steadily focus his thought forces upon the object which he has set before him. He should make his purpose his supreme duty and should devote himself to its attainment, not allowing his thoughts to wander away into ephemeral, meaning short-lived, fancies, longings, and imaginings. This is the royal road to self-control and true concentration of thought. Even if he fails again and again to accomplish his purpose, as he necessarily must until weakness is overcome, the strength of character gained will be the measure of his true success, and this will form a new starting point for future power and triumph. Those who are not prepared for the apprehension of a great purpose should fix their thoughts upon the faultless performance of their duty, no matter how insignificant their task may appear. Only in this way can the thoughts be gathered and focused, and resolution and energy be developed, which being done, there is nothing which may not be accomplished. Strength grows with purpose. The wicked soul, knowing its own weakness and believing this truth, that strength can only be developed by effort and practice, will, thus believing, at once begin to exert itself, and, adding effort to effort, patience to patience, and strength to strength, will never cease to develop, and will at last grow divinely strong. As the physically weak man can take himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking, to put away aimlessness and weakness, And to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them, and who think strongly, attempt fearlessly, and accomplishing masterfully. Having conceived of his purpose, a man should mentally mark out a straight pathway to its achievement, looking neither to the right nor the left. Doubts and fears should be rigorously excluded. They are disintegrating elements which break up the straight line of effort, rendering it crooked, ineffectual, useless. Thoughts of doubt and fear never accomplished anything, and it never can. They always lead to failure. Purpose, energy, power to do, and all strong thoughts cease when doubt and fear creep in. Eliminate doubt and fear. Anyway, there. The will to do springs from the knowledge that we can do. Doubt and fear are the great enemies of knowledge, and he who encourages them, who does not slay them, towards himself at every step. He who has conquered doubt and fear has conquered failure. His every thought is allied with power, and all difficulties are bravely met and wisely overcome. His purposes are reasonably planted, and they bloom and bring forth fruit, which does not fall prematurely to the ground. Thought allied fearlessly to purpose become creative force. He who knows this is ready to become something higher and stronger than a mere bundle of wavering thoughts and fluctuating sensations. He who does this, align his thoughts fearlessly with his purpose, has become the conscious and intelligent wielder of his mental powers. And that is chapter 4. Yeah, for me personally, sometimes criticisms, doubts, and fears creeps in, sounding a lot like myself. But then I actually have to sit down and sort out, like, is this thought gonna help me? You know? Like, is it validating what in me? You know? Is this really something I would say to myself, or is it something that somebody said and I believed it and I grow it with me over time? In the mind of a human, you're gonna have all kinds of thoughts ever. It's gonna keep coming no matter what, but it is what you choose to do with your thoughts that is important. That's why 80% of the time when I'm not overstimulated, I always choose mindful things to say to my kid, because if he does not have access to those good and fruitful kind of thoughts, how can he overcome when he starts to develop fears and doubts? You know, if you've been struggling with unhelpful thoughts, fears and doubts like that, I feel like the solution here is to sit down and meditate and see to it, see to the thoughts, that if it is entertaining you, if it's helpful to you, you know? And as you see the way your thoughts flow and wash over you, you can pick and choose what to keep and what to let go. Did I just make it rhymes? Anyway, and that is all for today. Thank you so much for coming back, and I'll see you next week. Bye.